from the world and beyond. Please make some noise for Rain. Come on up, Rain.
How y'all doing tonight? I am glad to be here. I got arrested last week for urinating in public. I was behind a store relieving myself when a police officer rolled up on me. He got out of his car and said, "Are you an animal?" I said to him, "I am not an animal. I am a human being." A man's wife has a terrible car accident. He rushes to the hospital. He says to the doctor, "How is she?" The doctor says she suffered multiple horrific injuries. The man says, "Will she live?" The doctor says we can rebuild her. She'll be fatter, dumber, and less attractive, and have absolutely no interest in sex. It's a long, tedious, and expensive surgery. Would you like me to operate? The husband responds, "How much to cremate?" A horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Sarah? Sarah Jessica Parker, I loved you in Sex in the City. I've been a big fan of yours ever since you won the Kentucky Derby. If you hadn't come up lame in the Preakness, I'm pretty sure you'd have took the Triple Crown." I think honesty is important in a romantic relationship. It's the key to building a solid connection. When I meet a woman, I tell her about all the charities I've started, like Feed the Strippers and the Get Rain to Hawaii Foundation. I tell her how I spend my weekends as a big brother to a very special 18-year-old Swedish girl named Helena. I tell her how I hand out clean heroin needles to my customers. I tell her about my volunteer work at the homeless shelter, hosing them down and handing out beer with their breakfast. I tell them about my Nobel Peace Prize and how I found a cure for cancer and polio. I tell them how great a dad I am to the child I've never met, and how happy my last girlfriend was before she killed herself. Honesty is the key, and now you know. The sexual assault allegations against John Travolta are really troubling to me, especially now when he had so many promising projects ahead of him. First, Travolta was set to star in a remake of his hit 70s TV series, Welcome Back, Pecker. Ooh, Mr. Cotta, easy back there. You don't want to damage the goods. He was then set to star in a sequel to Saturday Night Fever called No Saturday Night Beaver, Don't Ask, Don't Strut. He was then going to play an airline pilot whose plane was going to crash. In Going Down, Travolta was then set to co-star with comedian Russell Brand. In Get Him in the Greek 2, Bottoms Up. His last scheduled project was playing the love interest in Mr. Holland's Anus. Travolta's wife, Kelly Preston, held a press conference saying she loved her husband dearly and would do anything to keep their marriage together. Her sex change operation is scheduled for early next week. She will then change her name to Kelly Pickler. In movie news, Tom Cruise stars with his ex-wife Katie Holmes in Missionary Impossible. Cruise will then play a rock star in a movie I will never see. Casey Anthony and Austin Kutcher star in Dude, Where's My Child? Michael J. Fox comes back to TV in a new cooking show called Shake and Bake. Hulk Hogan plays a wrestler who comes out of the closet in Rectalmania. Pop superstar Madonna will try to revive her movie career by playing the lead role in Old Yeller. A transvestite with red hair stars in Lucille Balls. Ray Romano plays a drunk who beats his wife and kids in Everybody Hates Raymond. Vin Diesel stars as a singing duck in Pitch Quack. Jersey Shore's Mike the Situation stars as a professional card player with a drinking problem in Gin Dummy. Daniel Craig reprises his role as 007 with new Bond girl Snooki in James Bond, The Pig Who Loved Me. An 80-year-old billionaire with terminal cancer and no relatives marries a 19-year-old stripper in an all-new version of Leave It to Beaver. Now that Desperate Housewives has ended, the whole cast, including Nicolette Sheridan, will be retained. and starring Golden Girls 2. And finally, Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal starring Alzheimer's, When Harry Forgot Sally.
Thank you very much. But please, a round of applause for Rain. Usually have a little thank you. You'll come back in a little bit. You'll have a seat, have a drink.